everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid and welcome to the Universal Energy Forecast for this week, August the 25th. I've chosen the Wisdom of Avalon cards this week, or actually they literally chose me. They fell off my shelf, so they really wanted to talk to us today as a means to communicate what's going on this week for everybody. So we really do have some interesting cards. As I always say, they're interesting, and so far not one week has been not interesting. We start with the cat. Now the cat represents independence and healthy boundaries. This is a really interesting card because it tells us about interdependence. It doesn't tell us to be isolated, it actually warns us about isolation. But it reminds us that sometimes we can get very enmeshed with other people and ideas that we have about ourselves, even old, outmoded concepts, beliefs, and thoughts. We can get really enmeshed with those, and we can't seem to separate them out because we feel that we owe a loyalty to them. And the cat reminds us about that healthy independence and interdependence with others, but spiritual independence as well too, to realize that we are not dependent on our old stories, that in fact the unknown, which is how the cat jumps into the unknown and comes back, has 9 lives, that we get to be born again in some way. So, and I'll tell you why I started with that, with this card, because the next 2 cards I'm going to read together is the King and the Queen. Now, the Queen represents the female element, fertility, friendships and community, collaboration, etc. And the King represents, obviously, the man. Authenticity, authority, sovereignty, justice, the law. But they also represent parents and the past when they come together. So we're looking at an independence from what we have learned from the past that doesn't work. Why do I say that doesn't work? Because the last card is the Swan, and the Swan is about transformation. Transformation means a change from what was to a different form. In this case, the ugly duckling becomes the swan, right? So we transform ourselves from one state to another. Transformation is about change. And so because this is very much about shifting what we know already, the constructs that we've built our life upon, again, thoughts, feelings, beliefs, ideas that we inherited from our parents, from our culture, from society, from religion, etc., are things that we need to look at this week to decide, does this really fit me? Is this true for me? And that brings that sense of independence. A lot of people are scared to question the things that we've become to rely on. But it's a really beautiful thing because the Swan always tells us that there is this beauty in it, that this transformation is not going to be really painful. If anything, it's because the story of the ugly duckling is the fact that the ugly duckling didn't see themselves in the tribe of ducks because it wasn't a duck, right? So now we're saying, well, who are we really? Is this the tribe that I belong to? Or can we improve that? So it's really about improvement, and it's about personal sovereignty. It's collaborating with others and having a healthy interdependent relationship and still remaining independent of those things that we were brought in with. So that we can build ourselves anew. So again, this is an invitation into the unknown because we don't know what we would be without those old stories, do we? A very, very interesting week. Please tell me how it is for you. Write in and check your personal card every day. And don't forget, we have that Oracle card class that's available. It's only $7. Check it out if you're still confused about your readings or like, how do I read better? Make sure you go check it out. All right. Love you all. See you next week. Bye.
Traveling down the road, I didn't know that I was lost. I had tried too many shortcuts, and the cost left my heart broken. So I had it closed for repair.